Hello everyone, today I'm gonna show you one of the longest ranked games ever played in League of Legends history. As you can see by this time control thingy at the bottom, this game is pretty long. This game actually lasted 5 hours and 23 minutes. Yes, this happened in a ranked game in Iron. 7 of the players here are from Iron 2 to Iron 4. Jinx is actually the high elo person here because Jinx is bronze 4. And then, as far as I can see, the Nasus and the Shen were unranked for this game. So, basically we can call this game an Iron game. So this game lasted 5 hours, 23 minutes, and it happened on one of the Garena servers, on the Singaporean server. You can see on the blue team, we have some of the late game champions, in particular the Veigar and Nasus, but Jinx also does well when it goes to long games. And on the other side, we have Tristana, Sion, so those two are pretty good for the late game. But as you can probably see, as you can probably tell by the names, Nasus and Veigar are the pre-mate, and then the Tristana on the other team is actually a friend of theirs too. So those three guys are playing kind of together, they managed to snipe each other. So basically, two guys on the blue team sniped the Tristana and they attempted to drag this game as long as possible. I'm gonna fast forward like for 30 minutes right away because what's happening here is not really meaningful for us. So we're 30 minutes in, game is pretty even. As you can see, everyone just farming, chilling. No one has gone AFK yet, so we have all the players still playing. So of course you may ask the question if, considering that those three guys basically held hostage the other 7, why wouldn't the red team surrender at some point? Let me fast forward to 1 hour. So I actually got the info because I got the replay from one of the guys. So Shaco was actually the one that didn't want to surrender as well. They weren't pre-made with him, but he refused to surrender. So if you don't have 4 people surrendering, well, too bad. You actually can't finish the game. And what's funny thing about this is that those people has done it before, they've done like at least 3 games that lasted over 2 hours that you can see on the screen right now, so it doesn't seem like they can really get banned for it. I'm not sure if it's just a Garena specific thing that you cannot get banned for it, but either way, it doesn't seem like they can be banned for it. And it's actually, there is a one funny thing if you think about it, is that if you want to report someone, you have to finish the game. So you cannot report someone in the game, you actually have to finish the game and then report someone. It's different than in other games. For example, in CSGO you report people during the game, but here you would actually need to wait until the game ended. So those 3 guys are basically trying everything they can so the game doesn't end, so the other people cannot end. So Veigar and Nasus will just be trying to defend forever. You can see the Veigar already has 2300 AP. Let me actually turn on the score. He's actually losing to Shake. Oh, never mind. He just used his spells. Okay, either way. Too much AP. Let me turn the scoreboard on as well. So, well, you can see some items being built here. Basically, everyone is at full build at this point, so it doesn't really matter too much. So, and Tristana just jumping in forward all the time. So, we can see in the base already the Pyke AFK, the Jinx AFK. In the other base, Lee Sin is already AFK as well. I'm not sure if they just quit or not, but they're basically AFK. So I'm gonna turn off the scoreboard now because it takes a lot of the board here, a lot of the screen. So Jinx is actually not AFK. Okay, so she was just AFK for a moment. So they're trying to defend the base. At this point, maybe they don't fully realize what game they are in. You can see most people are still playing. You can see Pyke in the end is actually playing. He's not AFK, so that's good. It's just Lee Sin that seems to be AFK, so Lee Sin went CU. For some funny stats from this game, so in this game, the Baron was killed 30 times. Yes, Baron died 30 times, and then Dragons were killed a total of 41 times. Let me fast forward like another hour to like 2 hours. So at this moment, you can see Jinx AFK, Pyke AFK. Here we have basically everyone AFK, it seems, except for the Tristana. So and Shaco. Okay, so Shaco and Tristana are playing, and here we have Shen, Veigar, and Nasus. So 5 people went already AFK. I'm actually not surprised by this, but well, if I was held hostage in a game like that, I would actually find it pretty funny. But I know it's It's not very fun to be them probably, so most people wouldn't like that. But I would find it hilarious if that somehow happened to me. I would be actually really happy. So what's more about the stats in this game is that actually people managed to get over 1 million gold total, all the people playing in this game. So let's try to bring up the scoreboard again and see some of the stats. So Tristana already at 1500 CS. Nasus is probably stacking crazy 5k stacks right now, so I believe he ended the game with like 10,000 stacks or more. Vigar, how is Vigar doing? Vigar has extra 2000 AP and total of 4511 AP at 2 hours. So let's fast forward like another hour, I guess, and see what's happening at this moment. So Tristana with Baron. Shaco is actually still playing, so props to Shaco for continuing to play in this game. So we have basically Nasus plus Vigar versus Shaco and Tristana at this moment. But Shaco is the only one who will be trying to win. So as you can see, he's trying to sneak in, you know, probably get the inhibitors, but he can see the Nasus in base, so he decides not to do it. So Shaco is like trying to 1v3 this game, because Tristana is actually not on his team, if you think about it. And Vigar is just gonna, you know, Vigar and Nasus are just trying to defend the base basically. So Shaco is trying, I'm assuming he's trying to just assassinate the base, but let's see how it goes. He's been sitting here for like 5 minutes already. What are you doing, Shaco? What's your plan? Vigar is chilling here. You can see his W cooldown is probably at like, yeah, 0.01 seconds at this moment. He can just spam the W like crazy. Unfortunately, those players are DC'd, so you cannot do much about it. Okay, Shaco is actually... If Shaco had known this, he could have like backdoor. What's Shaco build? Is he like building AD? I think it would be doable for Shaco to solo win this game, if things go well. If he manages to like, you know, escape the Nasus or something. So, okay, I guess he gave up at this moment. Let's see if Shaco comes back and possibly tries to, you know, win this game. So we're gonna fast forward this and see what happens. Oh, Shaco is actually here. Okay, so he got deleted by Vigar, but since he died, he must be here. So, and Shaco died again. So he's either just AFK and then quit, or he's trying to play but he cannot. Okay, Tristana got the Baron, one of the 30 Barons in the game. Perfectly fine. Vigar is just torturing the Shaco. So you may think it's not really moral for those 3 people, you know, to snipe each other, but then on the other hand, Shaco could have just surrendered and this game would be long over. So they must have been pretty lucky to get that one person that refused to surrender, since they were only 3 people, not 2v2 sniping in ranked as well. So pretty funny that they managed to drag the ranked actually post 5 hours. This is definitely one of the longest ranks ever. Previously I made the video about the rank that lasted over 4 hours and it was viewed by a lot of people and it was one of the longest ranks back then. So I assume this would still be, if not the longest, then one of the longest ranks. Definitely, I have no doubt about that. So let's see how much AD Tristana has. 1740, all because of the Gathering Storm. This is where the Gathering Storm kicks in basically. So at this moment you basically have super minions pouring everywhere, and you can see it's probably not gonna be too big of a problem for Nasus to clear this. Like, look at these waves. Nasus is just gonna oh yeah, Q for like 8,000, classic Nasus Q, you know, two-shotting the super minions. Perfectly fine for me. And I think Tristana would be able to hold everything to just pop your ult and Q, getting more stacks. Nasus is soon gonna have over 9,000 stacks. He's sitting at 8,800 stacks at this moment. You can see he's clearing this pretty smoothly and doesn't even need the help from anyone at this point. So despite 3 waves of super minions, he's just, you know, Q here, Q there. He's doing this pretty fine. If things go wrong, well, then you have this guy, Vigar, just ba-bam, everything, and it gets destroyed in seconds. And Tristana is just chilling at the moment near her base. If for whatever reason, for example, someone reconnected, or she's just waiting for her minions to come, or being able to, you know, get the minions. Getting the Baron, nothing harder, you know. This game is not gonna be much different for the next 2 hours, so I'm gonna fast forward it soon. Let's hopefully find like a moment where Tristana has to like defend against like all the super minions. That could be pretty fun, but I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. So 4 hours in, no one is here, everyone is DC'd. I think Shaco is just AFK or something went wrong with the lever system that he manages to, you know, die. So right now, Nas is getting more stacks, Tristana just getting more farm. They're probably sitting at like 3k farm at this moment or something like this. Yeah, Tristana having 3,357 CS. Just your typical ranked game, you know. If you guys are unlucky, you may be a part of a game like this. But it's unlikely to happen on the big servers like EU, NA, Korea, etc. This happened only because it was a very small server. And they actually, the queues for those Iron games on the Singaporean server take a lot of time. They told me that it lasts around the same amount of time it takes for you to play the Challenger game. So they actually needed to wait 15 minutes to play this game. Can you imagine 15 minutes in queue to finally get the game, and then you're being held hostage by 3 people just, you know, doing everything, and you are hopeless, absolutely hopeless. I don't know, maybe if Shaco did something well, he could have ended that by himself, but doesn't seem to be the case. And if you don't have the Gathering Storm, then you're basically losing the battle. So let's fast forward to like the 5 hours. We're 5 hours in, and let's see what stats they have. So Veigar currently sitting at bonus 9,374 ability power, so he's having almost 19,000 ability power. Nasus with 2,677 AD, and he's having 13,485 CS. Now you can see Tristana defending the base with 3 inhibitors down. You have the double minions coming, and they are buffed by banners, and Tristana is just doing this no problem. You can see her items right now. So she has 3,000 attack damage. So yeah, you can see the power of Runan just randomly finishing the Veigar. That is pretty funny. But yeah, you can see critting for 4k, no problem. And Nasus accidentally got one shot too. Just one auto attack for 4,000. Perfectly fine for me. That's pretty funny. I'm glad we managed to catch it on camera. So let's also see how much damage the Nasus Q does at this moment. The death timers, how long were the death timers? Let me like rewind this a tiny bit. I wonder how long the death timers were when this happened. So I'm gonna be speeding this up at this moment, and to the moment that Veigar and Nasus died. I'm really curious what was the death timer. 76 seconds or so, so not that long as I expected. So it seems like it's capped, and you cannot really have longer death timers than like 80 seconds. So too bad. I wouldn't mind like being dead for like 5 minutes. So you can see no matter what, Tristana can hold the minions pretty well. I'm sure most of the AD carries would do it. You just go Runans, and as long as you have Gathering Storm, you will do it. But without the Gathering Storm, you probably won't be able to do it. So the crucial rune for this is obviously the Gathering Storm, and you know, in all of the games that they play, they opt for the champions like Nasus, Veigar that can stack, or for some AD carries like Tristana, Jinx, Vayne that can clear the waves well. So this is what they've been doing, and they actually think about trying to make the 10 hours ranked game. So I'm looking forward to that. I know the people that they will maybe stack in game with may not look forward to that, but I would actually watch the 10 hours ranked game. You can see just Tristana casually, you know, two-shotting the inhibitors, and meanwhile Nasus, how much is Nasus critting for at this moment? Let's see, one Nasus crit. Like exactly 10,000 crits he does at this moment, so I've chosen the right moment. I can see it's already at similar stacks than a moment ago, so he's gonna have almost 14,000 stacks by the end of this game. You can see now Veigar just wave clearing this like a madman, because at this moment his W is probably 0.00 cooldown. Yes, you can see it's actually legitimately 0 seconds cooldown. Just look, Veigar, babam, probably having a Ravenous Hunter as well, so he's healing like a madman. No, he has Gunblade, so it doesn't even matter. So Baron actually had 64,000 HP. That's a decent number, you know, taking a moment to kill this. But as I said, Gathering Storm, no problem for you. You can kill it easily if you have that. That's the power of the rune. So if you have the idea to hold someone hostage, then Gathering Storm is the option, but I wouldn't recommend doing that, you know. You can see they're just chilling here. 10 more minutes until the game ends, basically, so I'm hoping, really hoping they can, you know, manage the 10 hours game. You can see the lifesteal is just crazy, you know, you're down HP and just one auto attack and your HP bar is full right away. Oh, you can see this is ridiculous. Tristana is just, oh my god, this is crazy. Tristana just, you know, with her lifesteal, and she pretty much only has the Bloodthirster as the lifesteal item. If she like picked up the, no, actually also the DD, but if she picked up like, instead of PD, she got like the, for example, she got the Blade of the Ruined King, she would be able to stand there, no problem. Let's see some final stats pretty much at this moment. So Nasus is over 14,000 stacks, almost 3,000 AD. Veigar is currently sitting at 9,500 bonus ability power and total of 19,530 AP or so, so a ton of AP. And Tristana with the buffs she has now, she has 3,666 ADs. Crazy numbers. Just a typical Iron game, you know. Not surprised at all, so you can see I'm speeding this up at 8 times at this moment, and at this moment she's pretty much infinite. So she picked up the Spirit Visage, so she can heal for 30% more, and she's just sitting here with Bloodthirster, Blade of the Ruined King, and the Rage Blade. So you can see, no problem, just killing the Nasus, proccing some Steraks, all good. And in the meantime, Veigar is, you know, trying to last hit. So the game is about to end in 2 minutes, so maybe the minions will end now, because they killed Tristana. Now Tristana can actually respawn before this game ends, so let's actually see what happens. Oh, here comes the Nasus. Good boy, probably gonna one-shot the Nexus. Who's gonna win? Oh, ay, Tristana not watching the map. A very bad mistake from this Iron player. This is what I've been always saying. Map awareness, guys. Map awareness. And at this moment, this game is probably dead because of the minions. I don't think Tristana can respawn in time. Yep. Minions are, look at the damage those minions are gonna have. I'm gonna slow it down. This cannon minion has 10,000 HP and he has 362 AD. Look at the damage it does. I'm not even speeding this up. This is one speed and this is a slow motion right now. The minions deal so much damage, and this is how it ends. You can also see the final stats at the moment. I'm gonna show you those stats on the screen. So yeah, who got the most kills? Veigar with 122 kills. Most CS goes to Tristana, 5,609 CS, and she got the most gold as well, 244,000.9. And then what else we had here? Most deaths was the Shaco with 126 deaths. So yeah, this is pretty much how this game ends and how the video ends. Big sorry and big hearts to the people that were stuck in this game. You just were unlucky enough to be a part of this experiment. So yeah, thanks to the guys for sending the replay, and thank you guys for watching if you are still watching. So thank you guys, have a great day, take care.